So I just got a really big box in from Amazon, and I love seeing unboxings here on YouTube, and so I thought I'd share, since this is probably our biggest one for the summer, I thought I'd share with you what we recently Amazon Primed. Okay, so this box is pretty much a Homeschool Mom Replenish the Necessities Summer Fun box. So let me start with books. A lot of these were recommended by people here on YouTube or on Instagram or just in my own research, and a lot of them are for my teen. And the first one is called Emboldened by Tara Beth Leach, A Vision for Empowering Women in Ministry. I've heard good things about this. It says on the back, Pastor Tara Beth Leach issues a stirring call for a new generation of women in ministry. God not only permits women to minister, God emboldens, empowers, and unleashes women to lead out of the fullness of who they are. The church cannot reach its full potential without women using their God-given gifts. She provides practical expertise for how we can find our place at the table, escape imposter syndrome, face opposition, mentor others, and much more. And so as she's entering high school, I just want to start spending more intentional time with her and talking about ministry and how she can use the gifts that God has given her to serve others and to find her place within the church family. This is another one that seems a lot to do with intentionality. It's called House Habits, and it's by Philip and Destiny Dees, Living on Mission, One Habit at a Time. And it's very mission focused. It talks about 12 different habits. I'll show real quick. It says, we live on, we love big, we protect unity, we honor consistently, we lean in, we grow intentionally, we practice honesty, we embrace discipline, we lead out, we give generously, we cheer enthusiastically, and we stay on mission. This is another one for my teen, Raising a Screen Smart Kid, and this actually will help me a lot with my middle son who is entering middle school. And so our kids, I know a lot of people have so many different across the board opinions about screens for kids, and I think this book, I started it this week, and it just already gives a lot of information. The author is Juliana Miner. So she shares a lot of relevant facts, things that I haven't really thought about, such as our generation. My generation is the first one that will be the last generation of parents who grew up pre-internet and pre-personal devices, which I haven't thought of. And I think to know that our children are the first generation that are growing up with screens all their life, and how that will change the way they parent, and what we do and what we teach will be so important to them. And so I like that she provides a lot of facts and research based on interviews with educators, psychologists, and kids. And her 3 main points here on the back, it says, using social media to enhance connection with friends and family instead of following strangers and celebrities, finding online support and community for conditions such as depression and eating disorders while avoiding potential triggers, and then learning and developing life skills through technology while avoiding inappropriate content. So our teen currently has a cell phone. We gave it to her when she was 12. It's not a smartphone necessarily. It's a safe phone from Gab Wireless, and I'll put the link down below. That doesn't include social media. You can text and call, basically the necessities of what we needed in a phone at the time. And I think we're starting to look into the idea of giving her a phone that has more options, more capabilities, and with that, I feel like I want to be prepared, and I want to have a lot of talks with her beforehand. And so that's a big reason why I got this book. And our son is using a watch that is also from Gab, and it's a watch that can do voice memos. You can send emojis, and there's like pre-programmed texts within, I think, 10 options maybe, and it's like, coming home, I love you, okay, yes and no, things like that. And so a lot of times when my sister and brother-in-law will take him out to do something, he'll wear the watch and he'll text me like, oh, we're coming home, and that's basically it. Or I'll get voice message just saying, I love you, and it's just really cute. But I do know that we're moving into a new season soon, and so I think that's the main reason why I wanted to read this. Another book that I saw from, I think it was the Minimalist Mom, was Eat That Frog, 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time. So this book I would like to read with my daughter. This can easily apply to me as well as her. And just, I wanted to basically get a variety of things that can help her with the extra course work that she's going to have in high school, and build these habits, work on these habits, have them at the forefront of our minds, so that as we get deeper into high school and the workload gets heavier, that we have the tools and the mindset to move forward successfully. Another book we got was Financial Literacy for College Students and Teens. Master these 9 money management skills for financial independence. Not dependence. So some of the topics here, there's a lot of subtopics like within each main topic, but the topics are money matters, income generation, banking, budgeting and spending, saving, investing, credit, the big ticket purchases, and retirement planning. So just another one to start putting some thoughts and concepts into her mind. The last one is Career Exploration for Homeschool High School Students. This is a consumable workbook, and it helps make sense of just kind of exploring the different areas of potential jobs, and basically, like, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I finished high school, and I don't expect my kids to either, but I like the idea of spending time intentionally to think about those things, maybe explore a little bit of that. I think the last 2 years, she's been interested in graphic design, and so we've been investing in, my husband would work with her with Adobe Illustrator. She was taking some courses on Skillshare for that as well, which was great. And I think over time, we learned that she might not want to do that as her career. She enjoys that as a hobby, but it might not be something that she would want to pursue. I think just looking at the different paths and then having the time now to be able to kind of explore or have a taste of these paths will help have a better idea, or at least rule out some things for when she goes to college. I entered college as undeclared, and so yeah, I think I'm okay with that, but if she can have a little bit more of an idea refined than I had going in, I think that would be really helpful. So we're not a big workbook family, but I did pick one up for my son in the same line as my daughter. This is 100 Days of Money and Financial Literacy, and it's just a workbook. Each day has one page about this size. This is one day, and this is another day. And it teaches like how to tip, how to calculate tip, sales tax, discount percentages, sale prices, multiplying decimals, just practice math that can apply to the real world. And he's actually doing Simply Charlotte Mason's business math currently for the pet store version. I think they have a bookstore, a pet store, and maybe like a sports store, I want to say, but he's doing the pet store right now. And that goes from January through December. So he's continuing that in the summer. And it's very practical math that he's learning. So I think this will go great right alongside that. The last book I have is for my youngest child. She's 8 years old, and she loves riddles and jokes and memorizing them and sharing them whenever we go see friends, relatives. She loves to share her new riddles. So I got her Difficult Riddles for Smart Kids, 300 riddles and brain teasers that kids and families will love. I feel like this will be something that she enjoys a lot, and she'll be ready for you if you ever want a joke. Okay, the next thing are necessities. I got a bunch of socks and underwear for my kids. As they continue to grow, they're in a really big season. It feels like it started 2 years ago, and they're all 3 of them are just growing so quickly. Anyways, socks and underwear, it's a good time to pick those up. Okay, we're almost done. The next thing is for my youngest daughter. She outgrew her sandals and broke another pair, so I just picked up some Tevas. We love this brand. We all have a pair. And I found these, so cute, pastel colored, for my daughter. And we're gonna be spending more time outside. We're going camping this summer and a lot more outdoorsy trips, and so that will come in handy. And the very last thing is kind of for me and my husband, but we love to play Ticket to Ride with our kids, and we just recently went to the lake and brought a bunch of games, but this one was the hit where we played it 3 or 4 times together. And this is, so we have Ticket to Ride the starter one, and we also have Ticket to Ride the Europe version, and that's the one we've been playing a lot lately. We recently did, maybe a year and a half ago, we did The Kind Kingdom by the Peaceful Press, and that's all about European history. And so I had picked up the Europe edition of Ticket to Ride back then, and so we've been playing it all this time. Love it. But I thought we would be ready for this expansion. This just expands on that game, Ticket to Ride Japan. This is a place that we are looking to visit in the future, and so I thought it'd be a great time to expand that game that we love already and get a head start in learning a little bit more about the cities and geography there. And so that is all I got from Amazon recently. Yeah, it's a bit of books, and well, it's a lot of books and a bit of necessities and fun. But we are also looking for other games, and I would love your suggestion in the comment for another game. So we're very familiar with this Ticket to Ride, but something like this, like strategy, some strategy, but good for the whole family, not too young. My youngest is 8 years old, almost 9, and she can handle harder games. So something, if you have any suggestions for another board game, we would love to hear it. If you could leave that in the comment below. So I will link everything down below in the description, and you can follow us over at Juicebox Homeschool on Instagram as well. Thanks for watching, guys.